Hey there, everybody. This is Tony here, Blind Dragon Paladin, Hypno, Mesmer Heart, any of the many names I've had over the years. But I am choosing now to go as the Blind Dragon Paladin. If you don't understand the reference that name, where the heck have you been all these years? But I will quickly go over that brand new name for me. As most of you know, I am 75% blind. I am completely dark on my left side, and I only have about half vision in my right. Please don't feel sorry for me. It has made me who I am right now, and as I will talk about in this video, it is part of my journey. Um, Dragon is always something that's representative of me. As you can see behind me, I'm going to try and post this. I have the incredible Nicol Bolas behind me in his beautiful stained glass picture. That is one of my favorite things. I have been a dragon lover all my life, and just something that represents part of who I am. And I have dragons all over my place, so it is something that I really do love. And of course, the third part is the paladin, which I will go into a lot more in the later part of this video. First thing I want to do is I want to send shout outs to everyone that will watch this video. Thank you. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for fame. I don't do this for anything except to keep all my friends, my family, my loved ones, my community, and my fellow brothers all in my heart, and let them know what's going on in my life. And I've been posting videos to YouTube and Facebook. I know I did a Facebook video late last year in December as a kind of an update, and this is going to be the YouTube version of it. But I wanted to make sure I get this done, and I had a lot going on. This was supposed to be done 2 weeks ago, but I have been very crazy this year, so I have not had the opportunity to get a video done. But this is my first opportunity this year, so I want to go and get this done while I'm here. Okay, we will start off with a review from last year. Last year was a time of transition for me. In December of 2023, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I have my dates right. In December 2023, I started walking daily. And it was cute for the start. I would go a mile, mile and a half, 2, maybe 3 miles in a day. I think in December I was probably doing mile, mile and a half, 2 miles, and then by January, I was probably doing 3 miles a day. We'll say 3 to 4 miles, and that was pretty good. I now walk every day, and like I said, I've not taken a look at the numbers. I was going to do that before I did that video, but oh well, I forgot. Sue me. Like I said, I was doing on average 3,500 steps, maybe as much as 7,000 on a given day. Last week, I averaged just over 20,000 steps a day. I'm doing over 9.5 miles daily. I am nowhere near where I was last year. It is amazing everything I've been doing, and it was, oh, you're doing the hard work. I wish I could tell everyone that this is not me. This is anyone who watches my videos, anyone who's a part of my life, anyone that I love dearly. Everyone has a big influence on this. Whether I talk to you daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, or I don't talk to you anymore, you've had a piece in this. So I want you to know you are thanked and you are very well appreciated for everything you've done. Again, the end of last year was a time of transition. I had to kind of shift a lot of different things. Going into January 1st was a complete change. New doctors, new care, new insurance, new life, and a continuation of my journey. My journey has been incredible over this last year. It took a couple of diversions that I really was not expecting, but that is part of the reason I want to do this video. I'm trying to put this into words that I've been thinking about for weeks now, and I will start with this. I have a friend of mine. He knows who he is. I will. I told him yesterday I was going to do this. My man Dennis, my Canadian friend Dennis. He is an amazing man, and he is also going through a major journey right now. Uh, I don't quite understand what he's going through in a lot of ways. I know that what he's chosen is different, and I'm just thrilled to see that how happy he is and how strong he is and how much he's enjoying this journey. And I thought about it, especially with the words of my lovely passion, the love of my life, my girlfriend that has been a part of my life now 6.5 years. Uh, she kind of mentioned, she says, what's the difference between wanting to embody the spirit and the body of a phoenix versus a paladin? And she made me think about that quite a bit. And I still think about that every day of my life. And I thought about the community that I joined 8, 9 years ago, it seems like, with people that will always use your handles. The Cinder Shadow, the Phoenix himself, the Stoned Monkey, the Trash Fire, the Color Purple, and of course myself as my former nickname Mesmerheart or Hypno. It's all a part of who we embody, who we embrace. And I've always thought that was kind of interesting. Um, a lot of you do not know this, and I will share this with you. The people closest to me know this, but I'm going to share this all with the world. Um, I have been a lifestyle dominant for close to 20 years at this point. I don't practice right now. I not really. Just it's not a part of my journey going forward. But the other part of that is again part of the lifestyle is I was a hypnotist. It's something that's been a part of my life since I was 5 years old, and I'm not going to go into that story right now. That's a story for another day. But all these shaped me in my early life, and even into my midlife, and well into it, my adult life. What I do has been looked on by society as a bad thing a lot of ways. You know, it's very taboo, it's very kinky, or whatever word you want to use out there. It's an affront to God, I've been told by some people. And that's okay. I was very scared of that going into it. And then I had a very wonderful woman who unfortunately is no longer a part of my life. She showed me the beautiful side of what lifestyle could be, and I decided to embrace it, and little did I know it was part of my life all the way going forward. I just didn't embrace it. And of course, with media and socials and everything else going on, it's not really looked upon as bright, but I know there was a beautiful side to it. And I will go back to my boy Dennis. What he is embracing right now, I am so proud of him because I think he's found the beautiful side to what he's doing. And my brother, I watch your videos when you post them. I'm so proud to have you as a friend. You are a brother of mine. You will always be a brother of mine. And remember that if me and my precious passion have to go to Canada, so we might be looking for you if we have to move to Canada. But keep going your journey. Remember that don't let others dictate who you are or what you choose to be, and who you choose to embrace. Life is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if you can find joy in what you do, and what you do does not harm yourself or anybody else, go with God. Be blessed and enjoy it. And his journey that he's going on, he's going through trials and tribulations just like anyone would. And I will now reflect on my journey. We will go back probably about 15 years. Maybe not quite that far, but my best friend in the world, my best male friend. Of course, my passion is my best friend, but my best male friend, who I call a brother, he's been in my life close to 20 years also. He invited me to join the Knights of Columbus. And at that point, I was well into lifestyle, and I was in relationships that weren't the best for me, and I realize that now. But I looked at him, I said, I don't feel comfortable with that. I said, I don't know how the church is going to embrace me. I don't know if I am right with God at this point. And it was something that I don't think that he ever really understood or really accepted. But that is okay because it was not my time for the journey. I had no idea at that point that pieces were being moved around, and I didn't see that then. I see it now very clearly. Again, hindsight's 2020, but uh, I continued going through a journey, and at that point, I knew I was diabetic. I knew I was diabetic, and I was working, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours in a week. So I didn't have time to worry about that. My diet was horrible, and my environment and my home life was not positive in a lot of ways. It was not nurturing in a way where I needed to really take care of myself. But I did what I needed to do, and I kept myself going. And I had a lot of dark times, a lot of dark times. I was down on myself. I contemplated suicide, so I apologize. A lot of people did not know that yes, I've contemplated suicide a couple times in my life, and I'm glad I didn't do that. All in all, I never lost my faith. It was shaken at times, but it always stayed with me. I had no idea that God was saying, I'm going to make things worse for you until they get better. You've got to believe in me. You've got to follow the path, and I promise you things will get better. I didn't hear that, but I retired in 2017. February of 2017, I had surgery on my eye that took the vision. It brought me back down to about 90% vision in my, or 10% vision in my left, which eventually faded away to nothingness. And my vision in my right was compromised. So I was forced to retire. And that first year out of retirement, first 16 months was very, very difficult. I went through very bad relationships. In fact, the relationship I was in when I had that surgery, I asked her, I said, are you going to stay with me when I go if I go blind? She says, I'm not planning on going anywhere. And of course, by the end of February, she was gone. So there's that. And the crazy thing is, she tried coming back 2-3 times, and the door has been shut on her because I did not want that in my life. And of course, went through relationships, and I went through trauma, and I went through a lot of negativity. Going into June of 2018, I had my little group here on Facebook, and I was already in the community at that point. And I was in a Final Fantasy group, and of course, anyone who knows me knows this story is coming, and yes, I'm going to tell that story again because I love telling the story. And Passion, please forgive me, yes, I'm going to tell the story again. I had my little Facebook group, and I was in another Final Fantasy Facebook group. I wish I could remember which one it was, but all of a sudden, there was someone asking about, what kind of games you enjoy and how do you play them and whatnot. And I saw this very interesting avatar, and I'm like, okay. And they were mentioning that they were a female gamer who was also going blind, and that they were going to keep playing games until they decided until they couldn't play games anymore. And I looked at that. I was like, another blind gamer, a female, very well spoken. I want to get to know this person. So I sent her a friend's request. And she sends me a message back promptly saying, who are you? Do I know you? And I introduced myself. I said, I run a group here on Facebook. It's a very small one. We talk about Magic the Gathering, and we talk about gaming and D&D and video games. And I would love your perspective on a lot of the stuff. She says, I don't play D&D, or I don't play Magic. I said, that's fine. It's mostly a Magic group, but we have other gamers in there. She says, yeah, I'll join. And we became friends. And again, that June 27th of 2018, something told me, it says, you better hold on to this one. You have no idea what they're going to mean to you. And 6.5 years later, that is the love of my life. I held on to her. I lost her for a little while, and we came back together stronger and closer, and she is the biggest blessing in my life. And you keep telling me, Tony, Paladin, what's going on? Where's this journey of yours? I said, it's coming. I was in the hospital July of 2022, and I was like, 2023, forgive me. And I'm like, I don't ever want to go back to the hospital. I don't ever want to go back. So I started taking my health and myself very seriously. I started eating better. I have enjoyed joining my kitchen. I love cooking. In fact, I'm making my mother's delicious Swiss enchiladas today. I'm looking forward to that. Uh, I cook now. I used to have tons of processed food in my fridge and my freezer. Now it's meats and chickens and turkey and pork roasts, and I'm learning more and more recipes with every passing month. So it's a very exciting time in my kitchen. And that, Passion and a couple of other friends of mine have had a big part of that. Yes, Raul, you and Lauren had a big part of this too. If you watch this video, you do realize you're a big part of this journey also. So I started cooking, and then I started walking. And then we come to the summer of this year, and the calling. The calling hit me very, very hard. And this is where my brother Dennis and I will join, because our journeys started right about the same time. Part of me is like, I want to give. It's time for me to come back to church. And this was a 30-year plus separation of me going to church. And I talked to my best friend, and him and his wife and the kids, they invite me to church, and I would go with them, and I'm like, I need to expand. So I now split my time between two churches, between his church and the church I call my church. And I really wanted to do that. And with all this, I went back to my best friend and I said, I think it is time I join the Knights of Columbus. He says, are you sure? I was like, I don't think I've ever been more sure of anything in my life. And he did not make it easy. He still does not make it easy to this day. But I understand why he does that. And I am proud to say, on October 1st of this year, I did join the Knights of Columbus, and it has been one of the most amazing things I have ever done. I feel very spiritually enlightened and fulfilled. So I now have my personal life in very good shape. I have my spiritual life building on itself. And my professional life, which I consider the rest of it, where I keep my organization and everything else intact. Not just myself, but I keep everyone around me intact and strong and organized as best as I can, including my community where I live. So it's not the easiest thing, but I do it on a regular basis. So to join the Knights of Columbus, to return to church, and to change everything in my life in the last year and a half, that is my journey. So that is where the Paladin comes in. Whether you choose to embrace the feathers of the phoenix, or be crazy like a monkey, or whatever you choose to do in your life, go for it. I have nicknamed myself Paladin, 35, going on 40 years now. And now I can finally say that I've embraced it, and I am well on my way to truly being a paladin. And that, to me, means so very much. And that's where all of you are part of this journey. I don't talk to you all very much, but like I said, whether you embrace being a phoenix, or a monkey, or a judo man, or a trash fire, whatever you try to do in your life, be happy. Don't harm anyone. Enjoy what your life, and don't care what social media says. Do what is best for you and those around you. As long as they all understand, then that's all that matters. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't listen to all the animosity the world is going to have. And God help me, starting very soon, I'm not going to mention days because that's going to give away my position, but I'm very scared for the future. Very, very scared. I have everything prepared in case the worst happens, but I'm hoping the worst doesn't have to happen and we can enjoy life going forward. So, that is the biggest part of my journey. Um, I have been reconnecting with a very good friend of mine here in the Houston area. Um, we've known each other for probably close to 20 years. We've actually never been in the same room together, but I consider her one of my closest friends. And we were talking about Magic the Gathering recently, and this is going to be the Magic Corner. I'm gonna try and do videos a little bit more often, where I will be showing off cards and telling Magic stories, and I will want to share a story with you that I shared with her very recently as we were talking about our collection and ourselves. If you don't understand Magic, please fast forward, and I'm sorry. This won't take more than a couple of minutes. Um, I was playing my best friend at a Jack in the Box one day, and we were finishing up some stuff. I think we'd watched a movie, or I don't remember what we were doing that we were out there, but we were at this Jack in the Box, and we had our decks. So I pulled mine out, and I was playing a very very angry and very powerful Edgar Markov vampire deck. Yes, and I still have that deck to this day. I'm glad they were reprinting him, but I'm sorry they reprinted him because that was a very powerful piece of my collection. That was a very high price, but I was playing with Edgar Markov, and I think I had an opening hand to blow away anything. Uh, Turn one, Command Tower into a Soul Ring. Soul Ring, or no, I'm sorry, Command Tower into a Dark Ritual into a Soul Ring. With the 4 mana left over, I cast a Chromatic Lantern, and out of the Chromatic Lantern, the one last one, I had a Marble Diamond. So on turn 2, with the next land drop, I had 6 mana available to me. And I decided, just for shits and giggles, I said, I'm going to go ahead and summon Edgar. And my brother's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm summoning my commander. He says, how big is it? He's only going to get bigger. He's like, well, hell. Actually, yeah, I think we both use other words, but I'm going to try and keep away from using the F word. But yeah, the game went maybe 5 rounds, and he did not have an answer, and I was building my board. Even though I used a lot of cards in my first hand, yeah, I was ready to rock and roll. So that was the best opening hand I've ever received. And we even double checked the man. It's like, yeah, you're on. And he was like, I'm so screwed. And yeah, he was just drawing dead. He's like, I've got nothing to answer. So that was probably one of my best games. So that is the end of Magic Corners. Thank you for being with me on that one. And I will probably do more Magic videos. I want to start showing off my collection. I'm working on getting some organization done. For those that were able to watch my last video on Facebook, I don't think I posted on YouTube. I don't know if I did, but if I didn't, I want to say that I was able to add more to my collection. I think about a year ago, I picked up my Ancient Silver Dragon. I now picked up the sister Ancient Copper Dragon. And I don't go small end on my Magic cards. These are both foil Borealis. They're both beautiful. I have had a foil copy of the One Ring for about a year. I picked up a Galaxy Foil Steam Vents. I was actually looking through my collection. I've got 3 foil Steam Vents. I've got a Galaxy Foil. I have a foil from, I believe, Ravnica Remastered. And then I have the other one from Infinity, just the regular foil. So I've got a pretty good set of Magic cards. I've got 2 Caverns of Souls. I'm in the process of picking up some older cards. I'm just very happy with my collection. I'm adding more and more to it as we go. So that's for all my Magic heads. I want to say thank you to everyone. These are going to be personal shout-outs. My girl Zelda, who brought me that story. You are loved, Foxy. Loved more than you can imagine. Thank you for everything you do. My brother Judo, from all the way across the country. I'll never forget the love and compassion you showed for me when my mom was passing away 4 years ago. Thank you for sending me a Happy New Year's. That meant the world to me, and I hope you and your family are doing well. You're always in my thoughts and my prayers. The infamous Stone Monkey, my brother, I'm always thinking of you. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're staying warm. My sweet Rebecca, whose birthday I can never forget because you share the same birthday as my precious passion. I hope you're doing well, and I haven't forgotten your birthday. I know it's coming up, and I will make sure and send you a voice clip on your birthday to let you know that you're being thought of. Um, my boy Trashfire, uh, I have not talked to you in quite a while. I need to send you a message on Discord. I don't use Discord very much anymore because the app sucks, and I've had a lot of chaos on Discord, so I try not to go on there very much. My boy Dennis, the Phoenix himself, you are loved, brother. You are loved very, very much, and I wish you the best in your journey. This video is dedicated to you, my brother. I hope you enjoy it. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anyone. MTG Perp, the game historian, the magic historian. I think about you regularly. I hope you and your family are doing well. I have not talked to you in years. I think I might reach out to you in the next couple of weeks just to see how you're doing. I hope you're doing well with everything you're doing, and I hope you're staying safe, and you're not getting into trouble. Every time I hear from you, you always get in trouble. So stay out of trouble. Be good. To anyone else who will watch this video, again, thank you. I would not be here without you. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are my inspiration. You are my drive. And lastly, but certainly not least, the people closest to me. My passion. My brother Raul, his wife Lauren, the two beautiful kids, Maximo and Robin, who's growing up so big. My nephew Xavier, who I'm so very proud of. You are doing things at not even 20 years of age that I could never, ever imagine doing. So keep up the good work, and I'm always thinking of you. And to the Rioses, I don't want to name you out by first names, but you and the boys and your husband, you are always in my thoughts. You are always in my prayers. And I know our separation was rough, but you are still loved to this day. And I don't know if you're going to see this video. Just let you know that if any of the boys are following me, you are all loved, and I wish you nothing but the best, and reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. To anyone else, if I forgot to mention you, please don't hesitate to pop me on the back of the head and say something in the comments. But I will leave you all with this. Enjoy your journey. You never know where God's going to lead you. He led me down a very dark path, but the light now in the journey I'm leading, it is so bright, and the path is so amazing. And I wish nothing but the same for all of you, with all the love the Paladin has for you. Be blessed, be loved, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Paladin out.